Go.
Welcome to the 34th episode of Toast the Toss. We are again reviewing a very intense week, not the entire week of games, because we have been doing it at regular intervals now. We will be reviewing three interesting games, if you can call it so. I am Arijit, and along with me is your very analytical and an absolute sports lover, Tejas. Hi, Tejas.
Arijit, thanks for the kind information introduction as well.
Tejas, first questions first. Which was your favorite moment of the past 2 days with respect to IPL?
With respect to IPL, there's one special moment yesterday night when MI took on RR. It was a match dedicated to none other than the legend himself, Shane Warne. I think it was a wonderful gesture. Even the MI Bulton, that's what they like to call themselves. They also recognized the event and, pay tribute to the perhaps one of the greatest leg spinner of the game. That was one of this is what IPL is known for, right? All these gestures, apart from the cricket, which is always of high quality. These little gestures towards the cricket community always brings a smile to any cricket lover's face. Apart from that sweet gesture, apart from that sweet gesture, I think we cannot look beyond the friendly rivalry that was between Mayank Agarwal and KL Rahul. They've been playing cricket together all their lives, and seeing them captains of two different franchises go against each other, and perhaps the best game of the last couple of days. So that was fun to watch.
Yeah, we will be discussing that game in detail. And with respect to the respect poured out for Shane Warne has been a great ambassador of the game. He's loved across the world, and not only as a cricket player, as a showman or as a commentator, he has brought life to the game and the fans. So great going Mumbai Indians. And now we'll be moving to the review of the matches of the past week, and we'll be starting with RCB versus Gujarat Titans. So Tejas, tell us about what went right and what went wrong in that match.
So you want to you want to sprinkle salt on the injury right from the word go. Is it? Yeah, this actually it was quite different from RCB, that they wanted to bat first. It's not something that we've seen for the course of this IPL. Every captain has won the toss, apart from Hardik Pandya couple of matches ago. For GT opted to bat, but I just felt it was a little wrong time to be bold. The reason why I say this, because we've watched Gujarat Titans over the last month or so. They've been very good at chasing. We've seen Tewatia hit 2 sixes in a row to win the game. Rashid Khan scoring 22 odd in the last over, or rather Rashid and Tewatia scoring 22 in the last over against SRH a couple of days ago. So this is a team which enjoys chasing, and you just offer them up on the plate the game. Maybe it was perhaps the wrong game to be bold. I felt from the RCB side, they should have taken advantage of the toss and probably should have chased. That's probably number one thing that went wrong for RCB. And I just felt, although Virat scored 50 odd, and first welcome runs for him, no doubt. We need Virat in the runs, but I felt the acceleration didn't come, and the score really should have been around 185, 190. Given the fact that we were around 120 odd at the end of 15th over, you expect your batters to accelerate and get the team to 190. That didn't happen. That went wrong.
One of the most one of the most disappointing aspects of this RCB team has been the batting. Their bowling has hit off the right note, but the batting has had a very discordant phase. Yesterday, however, was an exception. We saw a good score. We saw a good batting by Virat Kohli. Even Rajat Patidar, I believe, he scored a half century. Maxwell was in the mix of runs. So, what did was it high time that the RCB players pulled their socks? RCB batsmen pulled their socks?
Yeah, definitely. It's not going to be so. I mean, 170 given our bowling lineup should have been okay. Also, uh, although I would have preferred somewhere around 190 because Siraj hasn't been bowling well for RCB. Although the other bowlers have chipped in, I think your premier fast bowler is not in that kind of a form. But then again, these little moments, I feel you've seen Tewatia for a long time now. He's been doing special things for the last 3 seasons. Now, a, a bowler of the quality of Josh Hazelwood, right? If he can't work out how to bowl to a batsman who's been doing special things over the last 3 seasons, then no one can save you. I feel you cannot be making the same mistakes as the bowlers have done the other team's bowlers who have suffered in the hands of Tewatia have done. Expect better things from your foreign imports. Like Hazelwood, I think the 18th over or 17th over by Hazelwood was the turning point of the game too. So this matter of margins, I feel, for RCB. They really should have won the game yesterday and probably against RR as well. It's just fine little things that they're not doing well. And I believe this is going to cost their playoff chances in future.
Speaking of bowlers, a lot of nostalgia came back when I saw one certain name on the scorecard, and that being of Pradeep Sangwan. He had a great match, 4 overs, 2 for 19.
Yes.
And I believe he was in the same team as of Virat Kohli when they won the Under-19 World Cup. In fact, if I am right, he was the star bowler of that tournament, right? So your words about his performance yesterday.
And whatever Gujarat Titans are trying, it's just working for them, isn't it? With all due respect to Pradeep Sangwan, it was really nice to see him back. I think Siddharth Kaul also was in the same lineup back in 2008, so probably that's a cue for RCB management as well. But Pradeep Sangwan, right? What a story, right? I really feel good when someone comes back, especially Rishi Dhawan for Kings 11. He came back after 5 years of not playing in the IPL. Now Pradeep Sangwan at the age of 34 is making a comeback and making a difference to a team. It's wonderful. Actually, he made the pitch look like an 140 kind of a pitch, which actually was 180 kind of a pitch. But with his bowling, it looked like it was good for the bowler. So that's how good he was. He made a batting pitch look like a bowling pitch. So I don't think there's a better compliment for him than that.
And one more thing, there has been a lot of focus on Tewatia, David Miller, the kind of innings they play, and they have played during the course of the tournament. But I also feel that this current Gujarat Titans team is a well-knit team. If you see the other batsmen like Saha, Gill, Sai, they all played that important knock of 30, 20 odd runs and made a difference. So everything is going great guns for Gujarat Titans. And what a tournament Pandya is having as a captain, as a batsman, as a bowler. And well, we started off with the second game, in fact, and not the first game. So we'll be going back to the first game, the game between two close friends. Were they schoolmates?
No. They've played.
They were from.
They've played in the age group together. I don't think they were schoolmates.
They were in the same age group, but not the same school. Nonetheless, we are talking about KL Rahul and his friend Agarwal, Mayank Agarwal. So that was, how do you put that contest? I was a little disappointed given the tenacity of the game, like everything went on expected lines. They were looking good. The Lucknow team was looking good, but it was a game where everyone played very average cricket, and it was there. So your views about the game, Tejas?
Yeah, first of all, it's great for Karnataka cricket seeing two of their gems leading a franchisee in a tournament of the stature of IPL. It speaks volumes about how far Karnataka cricket has come forward in recent years. So kudos to both of them, for the achievements they have had over the years. As far as the game goes, yes, I'll very much agree with you. It was a bit of a below par performance by both the teams. I feel both captains were okayish, and I think LSG were fortunate to win because the in the middle overs they really should have capitalized even more and scored a little more, around 170 or so, which they did not. And what to say about Punjab, right? They from the last 3 years, we've seen in the IPL, since Mr. Anil Kumble has taken over, it just feels that they find new ways to lose matches. This was the game they really should have won. Uh, no excuse at all. It was a small total to chase. You have someone like Liam Livingstone, who's been given the freedom, but he's the foreign import and he needs to play the waiting game. I mean, he's
Yeah,
when
yeah, yeah.
going, he's simply incredible. But
I
the foreign
absolutely
import,
agree with you.
yeah, exactly. And foreign import, you should do better. You cannot go for it all the time. You really have to stay there and win games to your team. That's why you are in the team, and that's why you are paid so much as well. There was a little war going on in the auction for the same guy, and if he cannot
Yeah.
deliver in the matches, where you're chasing a small score, then I don't know when he'll deliver. So, bit disappointed.
Yes, I also felt bad. Means I am a good Livingstone fan. I love the way he cracks jokes about himself and all that. But he needed to have slowed down at that period. I think he went for 2 sixes. He had 2 sixes, then a boundary, and then he could have built the innings from there, and the match would have been theirs. But what a match for another Pandya, the Pandya from Lucknow now. He bowled an exceptional spell, like 4 overs, one maiden, 2 wickets, and he gave just 11 runs. That was also, I believe he was the man of the match for that
Yeah,
bowling display, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
So, so a great match for Lucknow nonetheless. They are the other new horn, the green horn team, which is playing really well besides Gujarat Titans. Now we'll be going to the traditional champions of the IPL. They have been there, and we are talking about yesterday's match about Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals. What went right for Mumbai Indians? Finally, the eighth win out of the 9 games. The first win out of 9 games, right?
Yeah. So I was quite surprised they brought in Kumar Karthikeya right into the 11. Of course, they don't have anything to lose, and it's all experimentation for the next year and all those things. But I liked the move. They backed the youngster, and then this is all that's Mumbai all about, right? They've always backed local talent. They've scouted good people. I believe Pandya brothers were actually scouted by MI scouts, John Wright in particular, Bumrah as well for that matter. So this is what Mumbai is all about, and maybe they are a little late in the tournament, but I really liked the way they're backing the other youngster Ritik Shokeen as well. He looks
Yes.
like a good prospect. I think I was listening to Daniel Vittori as well, one of the best finger spinners of all time. He believes that there is something to work with this guy Ritik Shokeen. He's someone who has the potential in future for MI. Let's not go to India level because everyone talks about players playing for
So
India.
one
I
thing
think.
one thing I liked about Shokeen was though he went for runs, he always tried to come back to get the better of the batsman. I believe he went for 40 odd runs, but
Mm.
he was always there taking the wickets, and that instinct and the spirit he was showing, that was something quite delightful for a fan of the game.
Exactly. I've not seen anyone, dip the ball so well. People are stepping out to, hit him and he loops it up in the air. And majority of the
And
batsmen are not.
did you feel happy for Tim David?
Oh yeah, definitely. Tim David, 100%. I still feel, Tim David should have replaced Kieran Pollard and not Deval Brevis, because Brevis has been showing promise. He showed what MI was missing, that punch at the end of the innings, right? So that was where Mumbai were lacking as well. So yeah, there you go, Tim David, highly acclaimed finisher.
Okay, we won't be discussing much about the game anymore. I wanted to, you brought a very nice point actually, that Tim David should have been brought in the place of Kieran Pollard. I believe you have told this before also. Do you think that depending on these superstars, once upon a time superstars, like they are great players, they are great ambassadors of the game. Like take, for example, even an Andre Russell, like he has brought a lot of good things for KKR. But do you think it's time that we get some new players, new blood in the squad in place of these legends of T20?
For KKR, I don't know. I mean, they've stuck on to Russell for a long time, and he did deliver for a couple of games. He has won them a couple of games, so I don't think
Yes.
he was complaining about Russell. But the way he got out to Kuldeep Yadav, I think he'll look back at the shot. That is not the way you expect your foreign import to play. As far as Kieran Pollard goes, I'm still shocked, because when you're out of contention, Mumbai, I don't know what's the idea behind playing Pollard over and over again. He got out in the last over again. This time, he was what I think wasn't not even scoring a run a ball when you are trying to finish a game. So I still am baffled
Okay.
why Pollard is still playing, because Mumbai are out anyway. They really should have given Deval Brevis more chances. To learn the trade of the IPL. And Tim David, you bought him for 8.5 crores. He has to be there in the team.
Yeah.
So I felt it was still wrong by MI to be replacing Brevis for Tim David. Pollard shouldn't be playing. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, Pollard shouldn't be playing.
Okay, now we will be analyzing some other parts of the game, of the tournament, not the games. And this is to do with the most runs scored and the highest number of wickets taken by the bowlers. So we have Butler right at top, and then we have KL Rahul over there. So and if we go through the list, it's heartening to see that a lot of Indian batsmen, they have been doing really well. You see the name of Pandya, KL Rahul, Shikhar Dhawan, and Tilak Verma. Someone as young and new as Tilak Verma, Surya Yadav, SS Iyer, Abhishek Verma. So it's a delight to see all these young Indian players, not only young, veteran players like even Shikhar Dhawan finding their name in the list of the highest number of runs scored. Your views about this,
Now,
Tejas?
you've got to also commend the fact that the franchisees are giving them the opportunity. Someone like Abhishek Sharma, at the beginning of the tournament, everyone criticized why he was, bought back by SRH. Why is he opening with Kane Williamson of all people? We've seen he dismantled the best T20 bowler in the world, Rashid Khan. He was taking him head on. The kind of that shows me the kind of confidence that the franchises are giving to these young guys. You really have to compliment that. And India has always been known to produce some really good batsmen. I think we are really showing with this IPL, with the 10-team format, right? We are really seeing the kind of potential in the batting department we have. So this also begs the question, why when we go to in international tournaments, why we struggle for certain positions, right?
But not only batsmen, Tejas, I would like to correct you. Not only batsmen. If you go through the list of the most wickets taken in the IPL so far, Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav, Umran Malik, Natarajan. So you have Indians bowling well also. They have been in the mix of taking wickets, and It's great to see the return of Kuldeep Yadav and Chahal right at the top.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
what's going right for the Indian bowlers?
Indian bowlers, again, I mean, the good thing about this modern Indian cricketers is that whenever they're pushed to the wall, they come back stronger. You see someone like Kuldeep Yadav, who barely could get a game at KKR, goes to the new franchisee, gets a new fresh lease of life, and performs. And I think he has around 17 wickets now, currently, Kuldeep Yadav.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
just incredible whenever you are pushed to the wall, the mental fortitude of all these. If you want to be a bowler in India, you have to be mentally very strong, and these guys are showing so kudos to all their franchises, all their coaches, everyone. Skill wise, they were always there, but I think the backing that they're getting and the players themselves with their mental fortitude, they're making a lot of difference.
Okay, and the games to preview for today. What is coming up today? I believe we have two matches. Right?
Yes. Yeah, I think LSG is taking on the Delhi Capitals, and SRH, the Hyderabad team, they are taking on CSK. How to talk about
So
CSK?
who has the edge in LSG versus Delhi Capitals?
50-50.
That's going to be an interesting match.
Interesting match. I feel 50-50 because both have really good squad, and I feel Delhi have not played up to their potential yet. So I'm going to back Delhi over there. I think they're good and they're coming together quite nicely now. I feel that's one team that we really need to look forward to. With respect to SRH and CSK, I mean, again, I don't know. The talking point is something different at all when it comes to that game with the captaincy issue. But I feel SRH have a.
Yeah, what went wrong? Give us a quick update. I missed something important. What went wrong? Is there a change in captain?
Yes. So Ravindra Jadeja has decided himself that he'll be giving back the captaincy to MS Dhoni. Now, this is unprecedented. It has never happened in the history of IPL. I don't know, maybe Jadeja was not really enjoying being the captain there. Yeah, go ahead.
A speculative answer from you. This is a very speculative question. So what went wrong? Was he frustrated by his form, or was he frustrated by that he was just a phantom captain and not the real one?
I think the second one can be true. I don't even think it is a speculation, because when you inherit a team, it's your team and you have to run it. And if you are getting a constant, in the name of guidance, right, running the team, that just doesn't work for me. Maybe he was frustrated with that. It's just a gross mismanagement by someone, a management which is known for, their really good decisions over the CSK, right? Multiple times champion. So I feel that.
Had you been in the shoes of Stephen Fleming, who, if not Dhoni, whom would you have handed over the captaincy? Now that's a tough one.
Yeah, no, that's a real tough one. I probably should have gone back to the auction and said retain Faf. Retain Faf in place of Dwayne Bravo.
No, you can't escape the question. You can't escape the question like that.
Yeah, I mean, Ruturaj is a good option. He's young, of course, currently he's not in form, but I feel that he has the temperament to be a good captain. I feel
I would have gone for Shivam Dubey. I would have definitely gone for Shivam Dubey. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we'll be ending this episode of Toast the Toss, and it has been an absolute fun to analyze, review, and preview the games. Thanks, Tejas, for your time. We will catch you again. You can catch us again. Like, share, and subscribe the Toast Network for action about sports, Formula One, tennis. We have some tennis action coming up this month. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You have been an absolute delight.